Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Clement Lenglet, as it has been reported that Barcelona will not give a letter of freedom to Tottenham target Lenglet. Talks over €10 million deal still ongoing. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about this former Barcelona midfielder, Melo, as the former Barca midfielder would be open to returning to the club, as he openly said in a recent interview that anything can happen. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. According to a report from Roger Torello of Mundo Deportivo, Barca will not grant a letter of freedom to Clement Lenglet this summer and are in talks to finalize his transfer to Tottenham Hotspur. Barcelona have been working so hard to get rid of players that are not in manager Xavi Hernandez's plans. Having been unable to find suitors for Samuel Umtiti, the Catalans let him leave with a letter of freedom, that is, by mutually agreeing a termination of contract. There had been chatter about a similar approach being followed with Lenglet as well, given his high wages, lack of interest from clubs, and the need to get rid of him. Tottenham, who are interested in Lenglet, were reported to be waiting for such a move from Barca so that they can swoop him up for free. However, as per the aforementioned report, Barcelona will not be following the same approach they took with Umtiti when it comes to Lenglet. Instead, talks are progressing with Tottenham over a possible transfer. The Catalans had been demanding a fee of €15 million for the French defender, but the deal is likely to be completed for a figure of around €10 million plus add-ons. Ideally, Barcelona would prefer to finalize his exit at the earliest possible. However, things are unlikely to move that quickly, and the operation may take 2 weeks or even more. As such, Lenglet is expected to join the pre-season camp, which is set to kickstart on July 10. While the former Sevilla man could do part of the pre-season under Xavi Hernandez, a departure from Barcelona is very much on the cards. Of course, Lenglet's move to Tottenham still having some issues. Earlier today, we did spoke about how the club are still separated by €5 million. That is, Tottenham have been insisting that they have the €10 million and they want to add €5 million for add-ons. But Barca have been refusing that. They don't need the add-ons. Barca's own approach is give me 15 million fixed and I give Lenglet to you. But that hasn't been the case, as Tottenham are still insisting on the price that they have. Honestly, we know Barca are going through a lot. Barca need money, and of course you can understand that Barca are pushing for Lenglet to be much more expensive than the aforementioned price that Tottenham are asking for. And of course, definitely they want to make the best out of the sale. But knowing how Lenglet has been a flop, have not been consistent when he was at Barca and was rightfully loaned, many people were not even expecting him to stay at Tottenham for a long time, because there were rumors that after his loan spell at Tottenham, Lenglet will automatically be returning to Barca because Tottenham will not be, interested in securing his services for a permanent basis. So as it stands, Tottenham have shown interest, and for a long time now we've been talking about Lenglet's future that remains uncertain. Of course, he will not be at Barca next season for sure. Barca, even if Tottenham don't buy him, Xavi does not see him in his plans, as the defensive positions are already well strengthened. So as it stands right now, Barcelona are still pushing for Lenglet to sign for Tottenham Hotspur. And it's not even like there are other targets or there are other suitors. Maybe Barca could have pushed him to other suitors who might be willing to pay that 15 million fixed, which Tottenham are still reluctant. And of course, there were also rumors earlier today claiming that Tottenham were waiting for Barca to give him a letter of freedom so that he can be a free agent. Then Tottenham now can sign him as a free agent. That is, they sign him for free. But this very Barca that me and you know that they are currently going through a lot financially, it would make no sense for the club to terminate Lenglet's contract, knowing fully well that he's closely moving to Tottenham, and Tottenham have some money. It's not like Tottenham are totally broke. They have something in their hands, and of course, um, it's something. In fact, it's still very tricky, by the way. But I think there's still some optimism that Lenglet will finally secure the move to Tottenham, because if push comes to shove, I think Barca will just have to accept that 10 million euro fix, because they know very well that their hands are tied. Lenglet, of course, we just have to accept that his buying from Sevilla was a mistake. It was not what Barca needed, because he have never really been that classic defender, that top class defender that we really need to be wearing a Barca shirt. So let's see how it goes. Tottenham are still in the race, even though the reports are saying that Tottenham does not even see him as their top priority at the back. So if Barca are making this their I don't know, if they're going up and front and without trying to accept, I think they themselves know that when the transfer window will be coming to a close, they themselves will easily accept such a price from Tottenham, because they know it is far better they sell him and get off his wages off the books rather than keeping him, all because they never wanted to sell him for 10 million. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Former Barcelona midfielder Melo has reminisced on his time at Barcelona, saying that he spent some wonderful moments at the club, and that if he is given a choice to return, he would happily accept it. Also, who is just still 26 years old, spoke in a candid chat with Mundo Deportivo, where he shed light on several aspects, including his take on what it is like to live in Barcelona and play for the club. Starting off his comment on his life in Barca, he said that he has some good memories of the city. He said, "It was very nice. The city is incredible, and it is a club that I have very good memories of. I lived very happy moments, and the memories are all positive." Also joined Barcelona in the summer of 2018 from Brazilian side Grêmio, of a fee reported around 31 million euros plus 9 million euros in add-ons. However, despite signing a 6-year contract, his tenure was cut short to just 2 seasons, when he was sold to Juventus in exchange of Miralem Pjanic. When asked about how he feels about his cut short time at Barca, he said, "I left when I was going to face my third season, and I had more experience than when I arrived from Brazil. Although it's an important league. The Brazilian one cannot be compared with the Spanish one. I think that is at the time I was already 100% adapted, and I was better as a player with more confidence," he said. When asked if he is still in touch with the Barca players, he said, "Yes, of course, I talk a lot with Frankie de Jong, and also with Busquets and with Jordi Alba, who have just left. They are great friends. I always try to watch their matches because I like this style of play." So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.